Good morning, everyone. I have a lot to show you today with the Tonic Punch, but I just want to start by saying a few people, well, not a few, quite a few of you have emailed me and asked where you can see some actual finished projects with the Tonic Punch and how to, how to further use it. And I just want to share with you all that I have a blog where I do finished projects, and I also highlight these tutorials. And then secondly, some people are even asking where can they buy these products. I do host a small store. I have a small retail front in Maine where I live, and I do mail order for anybody who's interested. So you simply are just going to email me through my blog. The name of my company is Inspire Me, and I hope that you come and take a look. Okay? All right, let's move on to more amazing things you can do with the Tonic Punch system. A lot of you have asked what to do with the smaller punches and the template that's on the back. This little adjuster is to use with what is called the boot punches, and it slides right in here, and it's for use with these small boot punches, so that you can put this in here and it locks right in place, and again you can start to create borders. So let me just show you something very simple with this particular one. My measurement is still the same. I still start it at a 1/2 inch and I punch. Only this time, for me, okay, when you're doing the boot punches, the distance between punches is really going to be a personal preference. One of the measurements that I have found that I really enjoy with the Dragonfly is to come right here to the edge where the blue fixture and the measuring board meet up. So putting this back in, I punched this once, and I am going to bring the center of the Dragonfly to where the blue adjuster and the measuring board meet up, and I'm going to punch again. Do the same thing, slide it down, center it, and I'm going to pull this up so you guys can see it in just a second. I actually need a cameraman so that we can do some close-ups here, but let me take this off, and I just want to pull this up to you. What I'm doing is where the blue adjuster for the boot punches matches up with the measuring board, this line right here. I am placing my Dragonfly, the center of my Dragonfly, on that blue and gray space and punching. Hang on, let me put it down. And punching. And this way I am ending up with a perfect punch every single time. All right? That's the simplicity of using the boot punch. You can do that with any of the boot punches. Okay, this one happens to be a spider. Punching the spider, let's see, what the heck, we'll do it on pink, who cares? I have found that the spider punch works a lot like the 2-in-1 punches. And my measurement for the spider punch is this, starting my paper at a 1/2 inch, first punch. Where the spider begins, this leg here, slides to 1 1/4, okay, which is this next line that I hope you have marked on your board. I have my board marked at a 1/2 inch, 1 1/4, and 1 1/2, and I highlight the ridge on this blue marker so that I can see it better, because I'm just slightly blind. Okay, now I'm going to move this down to the beginning of the leg and punch, which would be no different than moving this if you were using any of the other punches. You're moving it down to 1 1/4, which is the beginning of where any punch, insert any other punch, and keep going, and these are perfectly spaced. All right, let me show you another example. This is a full sheet of spiders that have been done, but you'll notice one set of spiders is going one direction, the other set of spiders is going in a different direction. How did I do that? That was very simple. I started this punch out on my thing, moved it down to 1 1/4, and I just kept punching, okay? And this is going to be, I don't know how long your project is going to be, but you're just going to keep punching. Now I've decided I have enough spiders going in one direction. I'm going to pull this out, and I'm going to flip my paper over, and I'm going to do the same exact thing, starting at a 1/2 inch, I get a punch. Moving it down to where the leg sticks out, 1 1/4. Again, keep going. Oops, hang on. If your punch starts to give you a hard time like that one just did, I'll show you why. So I have a space here in the middle. I have enough space to go in and do this last punch going in the opposite direction. But how am I going to do that? I'm actually just going to slide this in, take the edge of the leg, put it at 1 1/4, which is where my marker is, and punch. And now look at that. Okay? Don't forget every once in a while to empty out all those goodies. And actually these spiders are big enough to use on other projects, so those are a lot of fun. Okay, on to the next thing, combining some of these boot punches with your border or your corner punches that you may already own, such as doing something like this. This is the corner rounder and the dragonfly together. This is the tag punch, which rounds your edge and punches a hole with the dragonfly. And this is the LaFleur 2-in-1 with the dragonfly. Let me show you how these work. We have to now take out our adapter, and now we're going to put in our 2-in-1 LaFleur 1 corner punch. Now remember, all our corner punches start at 1/2 inch and go to 1 1/4. Same as ever. Okay, putting my paper in. I'm just going to start punching here. Slide that down. Remember, the next punch goes to where these two connected. And let me just do this real quick for all of you. I'm hoping I can get all this in one video today for all of us. Okay, that breaks away. By this piece of your paper breaking away, what you've done is you've changed the width of your paper. So say this is roughly 2.5 inches. I've now taken away 1 inch. This paper is now 1.5 inches, and I can take this border punch out. I can put my adapter in for my boot plate. I can grab my dragonfly, starting right back at the 1/2 inch. Punch my dragonfly. Move down to the 1 1/4. Punch my dragonfly, and keep on going. Basically what you're doing, if it's easier for you to do this, is to take and you're punching on top of each of these little LaFleur spots. So pulling this in and punch, pulling this in and punch, and as you can see, your dragonfly lines up right over each of your LaFleurs, or right over each of your scallops, or right over each of your, I can call this like a little doily over your lace. All right, I want to show you something else really fun that you can do. Where did my little example go here? My dragonflies. Oh, right here. I want to show you how do you don't have to do this in a straight line. You can get a nice up and down pattern going throughout your page or your card or whatever you're working on. And how do you do this? I will show you. Again, taking your paper, starting at the 1/2 inch mark, making your first punch. Your paper is resting right against this ridge. Only your next punch goes to the 1 1/4 mark, okay? But it comes up to this next line. Let me see if I can bring this up for you. So you've got your ridge here, and there's our 9 minutes. We're gonna stop. I'm gonna start another video.